The Academy of Recording Arts may have seen these coming, but we certainly didn't. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Grammy upsets.
Holy shit, Scott, I can't believe it, we just won.
For this list, we're defining a Grammy upset as one in which an artist was expected to win a specific award in a given year, but surprisingly lost to another artist. We're excluding lifetime snubs, where a given artist was overlooked for a specific category or altogether for their entire career. Look for those in our top 10 Grammy snubs video. Number 10, Herbie Hancock over Amy Winehouse and Kanye West.
It was surreal. Yeah, I couldn't even, my feet, I was walking, but I don't know how.
Hancock's contribution to jazz and the creation of the post-bop sound can't be denied. But when his Joni Mitchell tribute became the second jazz effort to win Album of the Year,
Hannah steps out of a storm into a stranger's swarm, but
even the musician himself was stunned.
And all of a sudden I heard the word river. And then it was like, what? And then I turned around and looked at Larry Klein, who was the producer of the record. And I was speechless. And he said, I think we won.
Industry watchers had tapped either Amy Winehouse,
just try to make me go to rehab, I won't go.
or Kanye West,
I need you right now. Let's get lost tonight. You could be my black Kate Moss tonight.
who were both having incredible years and were already Grammy winners that night.
Awesome, the Christian and Christian Dior. Damn, they don't make them like this anymore.
Number 9, Eric Clapton over Nirvana.
No, it's just your foolish man. Layla got me on my knees, Layla.
There's no question Layla is an incredible track, but it was originally released in 1971.
Got me on my knees.
While the 90s was defined by grunge. And while Pearl Jam's Jeremy was also passed over, it was the shunning of Nirvana's adolescent anthem of indifference and one of alt-rock's most iconic songs that really shocked us. To make matters worse, the reworked take of Layla that won Best Rock Song was an acoustic and decidedly unrocking version.
Layla got me on my knees, Layla.
Number 8, The Arcade Fire over Lady Gaga. These Montreal rockers made Grammy history when the Suburbs nabbed Album of the Year.
Businessmen drink my blood, like the kids in art school said they would.
The win didn't only make them the first indie act to get the prize, but also had little monsters all over the web shocked and confused when Mother Monster didn't take the cake. Lady Gaga had been making headlines and topping the charts the world over, so the Arcade Fire's win understandably left many people speechless. Number 7, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince over Public Enemy. Few rap acts were as critically acclaimed in the late 80s and early 90s as Public Enemy. With their politically inspired lyrics and groundbreaking hip-hop sound, they'd had their share of Grammy nominations. But when their album Apocalypse 91, The Enemy Strikes Black, lost Best Rap Performance to DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince's Summertime,
Pop in my CD and let me run around and put your car on cruise and lay back, cause it's summertime.
everyone was flabbergasted. How did one mindless nostalgic single top a full-length, critically acclaimed top 10 album? Number 6, Baha Men over everyone else.
The party was nice, the party was pumping.
Who would have thought one of Rugrats in Paris the movie's theme songs was better than tracks by Moby, J-Lo, or Enrique Iglesias? But That seems to be what the Academy was saying when it gave Baha Men the Grammy for Best Dance Recording.
Gonna tell myself I might not get angry.
Who Let the Dogs Out may have reached the Billboard Hot 100's Top 40, but it's also commonly cited as one of the worst songs ever. But apparently still better than Eiffel 65, who were also nominated that year. Number 5, Steely Dan over Radiohead and Eminem.
Well, I kicked around a lot since high school. Worked a lot of nowhere gigs.
For one of the night's biggest categories, a jazz rock band that peaked in the 70s beat out critical darlings Radiohead and one of rap's biggest stars, Eminem, for Album of the Year in 2001. Kid A and the Marshall Mathers LP may have been chart toppers that were considered some of the finest works in their respective artists' careers. But it was Steely Dan's Two Against Nature that took the prize.
Two Against Nature, Steely Dan.
Number 4, A Taste of Honey over Elvis Costello. By combining folk, blues, and reggae, and writing some of pop's most clever and biting lyrics, Elvis Costello was slowly shaping the sound of punk rock and new wave. Also nominated for Best New Artist were the up-and-coming rockers, The Cars.
She's the best friend's girl.
So, during a time when disco was quickly losing its cool, it seemed quite outrageous that the recording act, which had topped the charts with Boogie Oogie Oogie, took home the trophy in 1979. Number 3, Christopher Cross over Pink Floyd, etc. When it comes to the Grammys, the early 80s were all about Christopher Cross. Why? The pop and soft rock artists somehow managed to win all 4 of the night's biggest categories over more established and well-received names like Frank Sinatra,
I want to be a part of it. New York, New York.
Barbra Streisand, and Pink Floyd. Sailing may have been a number 1 smash, but it certainly didn't have the lasting musical legacy that its fellow nominees later left. Number 2, Jethro Tull over Metallica.
Then she was a middle distance runner.
In order to capitalize on the genre's popularity, the Grammys recognized the year's best hard rock and metal performance for the first time in 1989. But when prog rockers Jethro Tull won the trophy for Crest of Knave, beating out frontrunner Metallica in the process, metal fans and music critics were enraged.
Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute horror. I cannot live, I cannot die.
Not only did few people think the band was on par with the other nominees, many also felt they didn't fit in hard rock or metal. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
I am the man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble. Hot damn! This is Sardamana boy!
The good guys dress in black, remember that, just in case we ever face to face and make contact. The title held by me, M.I.B. means what you think you saw, you did not see.
You know I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
I'm falling into you. This dream could come true.
Number 1, the new vaudeville band over the Beatles. The Beatles had already lost to Mary Poppins for Best Original Score with A Hard Day's Night in 1965.
It's been a hard day's night.
So when the world's biggest band lost out again on Grammy recognition 2 years later,
Where do they all come from?
for Best Contemporary Rock and Roll Recording to a pop song no less,
Weather would be bleaker if I spent a week away from
many people cried foul.
Peekaboo, I'm telling you.
To top things off, the new vaudeville band's Winchester Cathedral was even knocked off the #1 spot on the American charts by fellow category nominees, the Beach Boys.
I'm picking up vibration. She's giving me the citation.
Do you agree with our list? What do you think was the biggest Grammy upset? With new top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
And the Grammy goes to